I am so angry. I am so fucking angry. Welcome to Part of My Imagination. I'm Imagination and you're the Imaginer. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Jasmine and welcome back if this is your second or third or however many times you click on my channel. Welcome. As you can tell from the title of this video, I am doing a book haul. This is the third time that I recorded this video. Let me tell you, I recorded it the first time. The lighting was booty buns. So I was like, we're not doing that. Then I recorded it, right? I did not press the record button. So here we are yet again explaining these books. So let's just get right into it because at this point I already know what I'm going to talk about. Because I talked about it 3 times. 2 times. This is going to be the third. So let's just get right into it. So the first 5 books that I have are books that I got at Second and Charles. They were running a deal that you paid a penny per page. You can only buy 5 used books. So here we are. We're in it. Okay, so the first book that I picked up is Given by Nadia Taylor. This is following a girl who is a female warrior, and she has to go and find this She has to find something that will cure her father's illness or curse, and so she gets thrown into this journey with dragons, and dragons really don't like people, and she don't really like dragons. So yes, she's gonna get thrust into this story. Alright, the next book that I have is Fate of the Fallen by Kel Cade. This is actually the best price-wise deal that I had because I paid $3.44 for this. Again, based off pages. And this is a $25 book. This is the best deal that I had. This is following a man who has a destiny to basically... He has a prophecy to save the world or some shit like that. Yeah. And then things just ain't working out the best way that they hope. And he has his best friend tag along to go ahead and try to save the world. But as we know, things are going to not go the way they're planned. Next, we have Who Fears Death by Nadia Okafor. And this is following a world where there is a post-apocalyptic world in Africa. And there's one certain region that kind of just did not stop their tribe fighting during this apocalypse. So you're following this woman and how she survived. Anything Nadia Okafor, I'm going to pick up. And also this cover. Okay? Alright, this next book, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation. I'm sorry. And it's Kaiki by Vaishnavi Patel. I'm so sorry that I didn't say your name right. I apologize. And I should because I watched Janae by This Story Ain't Over. That's her YouTube channel. And Books and Lala, Kayla. They both recommended this book, but mainly Janine from The Story Ain't Over. This is one of her favorites. She just talks about this book all the time. She highly recommends it all the time. This is following a girl who is a princess in a kingdom who basically gets overlooked, and she doesn't feel like she is valued. So she wants to go ahead and create her own story, and through these stories, she finds her own magic, becoming pretty much loved and cherished. And there are dark forces wanting to go ahead and tear that apart. That's the gist of the story from what I've grasped on reading the synopsis and kind of what I've gathered from their reviews. The next book I have is Incendiary by Zoraida Cordova. And this book is actually the Owl Crate exclusive edition. It's also signed. They didn't know that they had this there, and I don't care because I got it for the Lolo. And it says, I am Rienta Condiva. Condiva? I'm saying the name right or wrong. I have lived 100 stolen lives. Now I live my own. That's all I really know about it. It also came with the author card note to the reader. Alright, so manga that I picked up is Fire Punch Volume 2. This is by Tatsuki Fujimoto. This is following a story where there is a world where basically these people with powers destroy this village, and there is one surviving. Him and his sister survive, and so he wants to enact revenge on the people that destroyed his village. And that's the gist of the story. I read it a long time ago, so my mind's a little bit foggy. So I'm not going to tell you too much because that's all I really remember. The next one I have is Dick Fight Island by Rybin Ike, excuse me. It's probably Ike. This is the second volume in Dick Fight Island. I just read this month. It's following this island where essentially there is all these smaller islands put together and they are in this kingdom. And in order to become the king of this kingdom, you have to win the battle. They have a battle every 4 years of who's going to be king. And in order to win basically to win, you can't come. So they get armored up and then there's a bug in here somewhere. But in order to win, they compete with each other in this armor and basically try to make each other come. Like, that's the gist of it. That's also why it's in plastic. Alright, and the last manga that I have is Coyote. This is by Renmaru Zaria, excuse me. Okay, so my boyfriend actually gave me this one. This is also mature content as well. Explicit content, so again, be safe where you watch it. He didn't know that this book was gay as hell. So, he gave it to me. And this is basically following a coyote. He's a werewolf, and he tries to stay away from humans. Well, one day up in the mountain, when he's switching from werewolf to human, or human to coyote, vice versa, whichever one it is, he ends up a human ends up catching him, and then now things are happening, and there's an offer that is too tempting for him to pass up. And we're here for it. Alright, some books that I picked up from Barnes & Noble. I have Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. This is a Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. It is actually so beautiful. I don't know what this book is about. All I know is back reads. There is a game that the mortals play. There is only one rule: don't lose. And I feel like that's all I needed to know. I like the Atlas 6. I haven't read the second one. The Atlas Paradox, I believe. But I know people are here and there about the Atlas 6. I liked it. We'll probably like the second one, if we're just being completely honest. So there's that. Y'all know me, auto buy. Always going to be an auto buy. And that is Family Lore by Elizabeth Acevedo. I'm always going to pick Elizabeth Acevedo's work up, regardless of what it is. I'm going to pick it up. And this story is no different from what I love from her. This is following a generation of women and how their stories are colliding and being told. It's following a Dominican family, I believe. Dominican-American family told through the voices of its women as they await a gathering that will forever change their lives. Y'all know me. I love me a story about how things come together through the generations, especially told in women's voices. And y'all know I love Elizabeth Acevedo. Every word that she's ever done, I love. So I'm probably going to love this as well. Another auto buy author for me is Nick Stone, and this is Chaos Hysteria, excuse me. I'm not too sure what this is about. Again, this is, I pick up Nick Stone. I love her. I met her in person. I met her when I was out in Washington. She's phenomenal. Love her so much. I love all her works. I haven't read a book of hers that I didn't like. This is saying, do you know what would happen if Earth suddenly stopped spinning? But, I know it has to deal with mental health, discovering love, and all sorts of other things. We will find out later. This one is The Black Queen by Jumata Emil. And all I know, because all I want to know, is this is a thriller, YA thriller. It is following this girl who is the first Black woman queen who ends up dead. That's all I know. That's all I want to know. And I love this cover so much. Even the back. The back is absolutely beautiful. Alright, the next book I have is The Saint of Bright Doors. And I'm going to butcher the name. I'm so sorry. Vajra Chandra Sikriya. Okay, so I don't know much about this story, but what I do know is that it's about a world that has doors and portals and things that lead to things that you don't know. And you're following this man who was raised to kill his father, and he talks about it in therapy. It has some things about gods and anti-gods, devils, powers, all of the things. But that's kind of all I really know. I follow this author on Instagram, and I just randomly have followed this author, and then I seen this book, and then I seen that it was out, so I picked it up. Alright, next book I have is Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Morero Garcia. I actually already read this, and I give it 5 stars. I love this so much. I know it's following this girl who basically goes and visits her cousin after receiving this crazy letter from her, and then some things are not what they seem, and she's trying to rescue um the girl, but some things just ain't what they said they was gonna be in this crazy ass house, and she's just trying to get the hell up out of there safe and sound. You feel me? And that's what this is basically about. This is a thriller. So, alright, the next book that I picked up was Queens of Fenburn by Kendar Blake. This is a novella in the Three Dark Crowns series. I have already finished the entire series. I just never had this one. I never read it. Princess over at Castle Library. My best friend, she read this and she loved it. Because it's just stories of the prior queens. So if you don't know what Three Dark Crowns is about, it's following this world where there's a queendom, and in the queendom, every queen will have a set of triplets. When the sets of triplets are born, the queen is no longer the queen, and these children are raised with their group affinity. So there is the water affinity, earth affinity, darkness, or like not darkness, it's poison. Yeah, poison affinity. And there's a few other ones, but these are the three that of the triplets that are born. So now they go and they are raised in their group of affinities. And once they turn 16, there's this huge competition or festival where they have to compete to kill each other. And whoever's the last one standing is the one who gets the crown. I really enjoyed the series. So to read about the past queens is going to be great. Alright, the next book I have is Within These Wicked Walls by Laura Blackwood. I picked this book up, 1, because of the cover, 2, because it's a black author, and 3, because she is also going to be going to Imaginarium Book Festival next year, and I just wanted to have her book so that she can go ahead and sign it for me, and also so that I can read it, so we can talk about it. But this book is following this girl who basically is an exorcist? I think that's right. And at first she's like, girl, this is a lie. I don't know what you're talking about. But she need to make some money. So in order to make that money, she's going to have to do what she got to do, which is do some horrifying manifestations to go ahead and get rid of these devilish shit, okay? And I know that I said that I don't like devilish stuff. I maybe never said that on their channel, but I don't like watching demon movies. Like, if it has to do with, like, somebody taking over your soul, I can't. I gotta watch it with all the lights on, and somebody's got to be holding me. But this just sounds so good. I'm here for it, and I'm ready for it. Alright, in the last book that I picked up, and I actually picked this one up in the 5 whatever. It was $4.98. But this is Bid Our Soul Farewell by Beth Revis. This is the second book in the Give the Dark My Love series. This is also autographed. I don't think they knew because it's $4. And maybe they did know, but I accidentally gave away, or I unhauled Give the Dark My Love. I don't know why I unhauled it because I did enjoy it, but maybe I thought I wasn't going to read this one, but then I seen it and I picked it up, and maybe I forgot that I said I didn't want to read it, but it's here now. Anyways, Give the Dark My Love is following this girl who lives in a world where there is this disease going around, or this illness that is going around and is killing villages, and she wants to make sure that she can protect her family before it happens. So she goes to this acclaimed alchemist school to learn alchemy to better protect her family. But some things are happening in the city that they say shouldn't be happening, but are. There's some play with necromancy and things like that, and she's just trying to protect the ones that she loves. I really enjoyed the first one. It was recommended to me by Helen a long time ago on my birthday video when I turned... How old was I? Whew. Okay, that's it. I am done talking about these books for the 3,000 bajillion time. Okay? But yes, that is all that I have for you guys today. Be sure to check out my description where you can find easy ways to contact me, as well as all the books and videos that I talked about. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if not, just imagine that you did and come back again. Until next time, keep imagining.